Okay. All right, so sit comfortable. It took a long time to open up tonight, so I hope the internet's going to behave. Fingers crossed. Right, let's start with our breath work then. So sit comfortably. Close your eyes if it helps you relax. We're going to inhale through the nose for 4, and then we're going to exhale back through the mouth for 8. Okay, so just follow me. Okay, let's inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that breathing pattern going for me. And as you do, just try and relax as much as you can. So it's in for 4, out for 8. Last in and out breath for me. Okay, and open your eyes. Okay, we're going to do moon squats then to warm up. So you may need to put something under your heels. Okay, if you do, just pop something under your heels, or you can do it without anything. Okay, your feet are going to go slightly wider than shoulder width apart, slightly turned out 10 to 12 degrees, no more than that. You're going to go down to this bottom position. You're going to cross your arms, squeeze your fists and drop your head, and just stay there for a second. If your heels come off the floor and you can't get down to that bottom position, you must pop something under your heels, okay? If you can't get down to the bottom position, you could use a couple of blocks like this to sit onto. You could use a chair, okay? Anything you need. I'm going to demo it with a couple of blocks to start with. Okay, are we ready? Let's inhale, come all the way up for me. Spread your fingers, reach back. Exhale down to that bottom position. Okay, good. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale up, spread your fingers, reach back. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hang out in this bottom position. Okay, palms up. If you're happy without yoga blocks, go for it. If your feet start to externally rotate more than 10 to 12 degrees, you need to pop something under your heels, or you need to sit onto something. We're doing 3 rounds of this to warm up. Okay, right, let's go. Inhale and up, spread the fingers. Exhale down, squeeze the fists. Inhale and up. Exhale down, drop the head. Inhale up. Good, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And recover, palms are up. Good stuff. Okay, one more. Okay, let's cross our fists. Let's go. Inhale up. Reach back. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And relax out of that. Don't worry even if you have to use a chair to start with. That's fine, but we just work each session to try and go lower and lower. Okay, we're going to do ragdoll then. Everything tonight is just going to be 2 minutes long, okay? So they're not super long poses. So, ragdoll. Okay, right. So feet are hip distance apart, okay? You're going to grab your elbows with your hands, or not grab, cup, just nice and loosely. Soften your knees a little bit, and then we're going to bend forwards, drop the head, and hold that position. We're just going to hold here for 2 minutes. Now lengthen the sides of your body down to the ground, and hold. Relax the head and neck. Keep holding. Whilst you're in the pose, I want you to focus on that breath work we did at the start. So inhale through the nose for 4, exhale back through the mouth for 8. And it'll just help your body to relax. The more relaxed you are, the deeper you can go into the poses, and the more you'll get from the stretch. If you can't feel the stretch, you could straighten your legs a little bit, or you could, on every out breath, aim to drop a little bit lower down towards the ground. If you have any back issues, keep the knees soft for me. Feet are parallel to each other, and your weight is evenly distributed between the whole of the foot, from the heels to the toes. We just got 30 seconds left here. The last 10 seconds. And relax again, gently, gently, slowly coming up out of that. Okay, just punch out any areas that are tight just to get the circulation going again. Okay, we're going to reset them in plank position. So go into a high plank position. Fingers are spread onto your toes for me. Feet are hip distance apart. Try and get your shoulders directly over your elbows, directly over your wrists. Neck is long. Okay, drop down to your knees, back into child's pose. Good. Come back up into plank. Nice strong position. Good. Drop the knees into child's pose. Back up into plank. Good. Down into child's pose. And relax coming out of that. Okay, we're going to go straight into wide dog then. So I want you to go into downward dog position, just regular downward dog position for me. Okay. And now I want you to go wider with your feet. Okay, so you're going to go about 1 meter to 1.5 meters wide. And then I want you to walk your hands in until your heels touch the ground. Okay, and then I want you to gently press your chest and your head through your arms. Feel that stretch in your upper back. And that is wide dog. And we're going to hold here for 2 minutes. You might feel this in your upper back. You might feel it in your hamstrings, your calves, the outer edge of your ankles. You're going to feel it wherever you're tight. Just hold that pose. Focus on the breath work. Especially if you've had a rushy day, then we want to calm the central nervous system down. This is where the breath work really, really helps. You're 1 minute in. last 30 seconds. Sorry, I haven't got any music on tonight, but I can't share it on Facebook if I have any music on, so sorry if it's a bit quiet. 50 more seconds left. And relax, drop your knees down to the ground, good. Okay, from here we're going to go into Sphinx. That's going to be our, well, it's not going to be our reset. We're just going to do Sphinx, ignore me. Okay, go onto your front. Okay, arms are parallel to each other, fingers are spread. Again, and we're going to push the chest up, drop the head back a little bit. Okay, we're just going to hold for 1 minute today here. And then we're going to transition into bridge block. Close your eyes if it helps you to relax. Twenty more seconds here. Feel the stretch down the front line of the body, maybe a little into your lower back. Yeah, gently down towards the mat. Okay, you need your yoga block here. So we're going to go into bridge block. So if you've done this before, you can go straight into it, okay? And then I'll start the timer. Only 2 minutes anyway, but you guys, you can do a little bit longer. Okay, off you go if you've done it before. If not, I suggest you have the block that way up to start with if you've never done it before. Okay, you can go that way as well, and then you can go that way. So you've got 3 different progressions, okay? And you're going to pop the yoga block along your sacrum, so your butt bone there, okay? So what I suggest is you lie down first of all, okay? Then whichever way you're going to have the yoga block, central along the sacrum, so along your pelvis. Try and get it right in the center, then you're going to relax your legs down to the side. Then you're going to relax your arms down to the side, palms are up, okay? That's your position, okay? I'm going to start the timer now. So we're stretching the whole front line of the body. So the hip flexors, your core, your abdominals, your chest, your shoulders. So it's a very passive pose, so you can just let the body relax. Probably if you're doing it and you're like, oh, I can't feel anything, then next time take the yoga block 1 higher. What I wouldn't recommend doing is switching positions halfway through the pose, because the whole idea of being under the pose for a certain amount of time is really important, and you're just going to break that pose if you change the yoga block. So next time you do it, maybe try 1 higher. Okay, we're halfway there. Okay, relax, right, bring 1 foot up and then the other, then gently take the yoga block away. Okay, drop the hips down. Come to a seated position, we're going to do forward fold as our reset pose. So legs are straight, a little bit of a gap between the legs. I want you to reach up nice and tall for me. Okay, and then we're going to fold forward from the hips, reaching for our toes, and then let the arms drop down to the side. We're just staying here for about 30 seconds just to reset, then we'll go into the next pose. And relax, gently coming up out of this. Okay, right, we're going to do blaster pose. Actually, I'm going to do one different one before we do blaster pose. So it's not that different. Okay, go in as if we're going to do hip flexor release. Okay, and then all I want you to do is drop the hips forward, that front position, and we're just going to hold it here. So you'll feel this bit, this one, a bit more into hip extension. When we drop the hands down into blaster pose in a second, this will lessen off hip extension and you'll get more hip flexion. So if you want to work on hip extension, the hip flexors, this is a good one. If I'm doing this one, I just hold for 30 seconds normally and switch and do three sets each side. Okay, right, switch sides, we'll do 30 seconds. Okay, so let's swing the hips forward. This is one I tend to do as part of a mobility routine rather than gravity yoga, but you can mix them up, all right? I mix them all up. Okay, 10 more seconds, we'll repeat one more each side and then we'll do blaster pose. Okay, and then switch sides. Just sometimes if you want to get a bit deeper into the hip flexor, you've got So's blaster as well with the 2 chairs. Jackknife blaster's good as well. And this one. Now of all of them, So's blaster with the 2 chairs is the best. That really gets into the hip flexor. 5 more seconds. Good, and come out of it. Okay, switch sides. Let's go. Ten more seconds. And then gently come out of it. Okay, right, grab your yoga blocks. If you've got 4 yoga blocks, you might need 4, but you can use 2. And if you haven't got any, we can still do it anyway. So, all right, if you've done it before, go into it now. Okay, and I'm going to start the clock, but I'm going to explain it in case people watching it on record haven't done it. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so if you've not done it before, okay, back, knees bent, ankle is relaxed, top of the foot is onto the floor. The other leg comes forward, the ankle is just ahead of the knee. Okay, now I'm going to put my hands down on the ground like this. As I do that, I'm going to sink the hip forward. Okay, that is one position you can do. If you want to go lower, you can go elbows down onto the ground. But if you like me and you can't quite get there, that's when you can use either 2 yoga blocks like this, okay, or you can build up a couple of yoga blocks, however you want to do it, and then you can go lower as you relax into the pose. But as you go lower, just be careful not to come out of the pose. Okay, I'm going to start the timer now. Okay, so palms are up if your arms are either onto yoga blocks or onto the ground. The front foot can turn out up to about 45 degrees, no more. You can relax the knee out a little bit. Okay, and that's your position. So we're into hip extension on the back leg. We're into hip flexion, a little bit of lateral rotation onto the front leg. Okay, and just relax the head. Okay, so your eyes are onto your hands, your forearms, or your forearms onto yoga blocks. So you might feel this into your inner thigh and your hamstring on that front leg and your hip flexors on that back leg. Okay, we're into a minute, so I'm going to go a bit lower, but I'm going to be really careful not to come out of the pose and break the pose. Okay, stay focused on your breath work for me. Thirty seconds left. Yeah, relax, just gently, gently coming out of that. Okay, switch sides. I'm going to explain it again. Okay, but if you've done it before, go straight into it. Okay, so front leg comes forward. Okay, ankle is just ahead of the knee. Turn the foot out up to 45 degrees. Relax the knee a little bit. Your positions are onto your hands or elbows down onto the ground, or an in-between version is yoga blocks. Okay, you can use 2 or 4 or however many you need. Okay, right, I'm going to start the timer now. And you want to make sure that you do the same on both sides, even if one side is a much more flexible. I want you to have the same height on the yoga blocks on both sides for me. I'm going to try and even out some of those imbalances. Okay, we're going to focus on the breath work together. So inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that going for me. You're just done over a minute. You're aiming for about a 7 out of 10 intensity. I don't want it to go high. These are intense, and they do take some concentration and relaxation sometimes to get to the end of the pose. This one's quite intense. As long as it doesn't go over a 7 and you're like, straining to hang in there, just relax off a bit, modify a little bit. Yeah, I've got 20 seconds left. Last 10 seconds, we're almost there. Yeah, relax, gently, gently coming out of that. Oh, again, just punch out anywhere it gets tight. It's always horrible to come out, but as long as it goes away in about 20 to 30 seconds, all is good. Okay, right, reset with tabletops. So onto your butt, okay? Fingers are facing in towards your body. We're gonna push into our hands and lift our hips up and drop our head back, okay? And then down, okay? We're gonna do this 5 times. So inhale, push up. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Oh, my shoulders feel better for all that mobility work. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Let's do 2 more. I've lost count. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. 1 more. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. And relax. Okay, for this one, we're going to work on internal hip rotation. So just lying down for me. Okay, arms are to the side. Cross your left leg over your right leg for me. Okay, and then you're going to go over. Your legs are going to go over to the left. And just stop when you feel the stretch. You don't force these positions. Just find that stretch and hold. The knee may go all the way to the ground, which is fine, but it may not, which is also fine. Nothing magical happens if you get to that end position. So we're working on internal rotation of the right hip. You might feel a stretch into your lower back, your upper back, your glute. You might feel in the front of the hip. You've just got 30 seconds left. Relax, just carefully come back to the center. Okay, this time we're going to cross your right leg over the left, and we're going to drop down to the right side, taking the left hip through internal rotation. See if you feel any difference between left and right. Don't force anything. Got 30 seconds left. And relax, just gently, gently coming back to the center. Okay, now we're going to work on external hip rotation. So we're going to do thread the needle or reclining pigeon. So let's take our left foot over onto our right knee. Okay, I'm going to start the timer now. I'm going to bring our right foot up. You're going to clasp your hands on front of your right knee. Gently bring your right knee towards your body and take your head onto the ground. Now, if there's no way your head is going onto the ground, then you need to use a yoga strap or a band. Place it across the front of the knee, okay, and then gently take your head and shoulders to the ground. Keep your arms nice and long and strong, okay? You get just as good a stretch, but it just means you can relax probably a bit more into it. And you should feel a stretch in your left glute. So now we're working on external rotation. So we just done internal rotation, now it's external rotation. Again, I want you to see if there is a difference between left and right. 2 minutes we're going to do here. We've already done a minute. I did this stretch this morning, it felt really good. And then I've just been for a run and now doing this is really, really tight. So it is always good to do it post-run. I always put on my running training programs for runners mobility, ideally pre-run and then stretching post-run. And relax down gently. Okay, take the right leg, right foot onto the left knee, and let's go. Remember, you can use your yoga strap if you need it. And you feel a difference between left and right, or do they feel pretty even? Obviously, we want them to be even. If they're not, then you need to work a little bit more on that tighter side. Take the time to even out these imbalances. Just 20 seconds left. And gently come up to a seated position for me. Okay, we're going to go into downward dog then to reset. So into regular downward dog, okay, and I want you to paddle your heels down towards the ground. Don't force anything, don't worry if they don't touch the ground. Just aim for it gently. Just a little bit on it. And then hold, take both heels down towards the ground. Hold that, and hold it for 30 seconds. Yeah, relax, bend the knees. Okay, we're gonna go over to the wall now. We're gonna do cliffhanger for 2 minutes. We're all gonna do position number 2. Okay, so into the wall. If you've done this before, I'm gonna set you off. I'm gonna start the timer. I don't want you to do longer than 2 minutes, okay? Are you ready? Go for it. So if not, sit fairly close to the wall. You're gonna spread your fingers, take them slightly wider than shoulder width apart. You might have to shuffle around to get the position right. I want your bum sitting onto your feet, and then you're gonna drop your head through like this and feel a nice big stretch in the upper back, okay? And then I want you to relax the head, relax the neck. And we're going to stay here for another 90 seconds. Focus on that breath work for me. We've got just under a minute. You might feel this stretch all the way from your upper spine down to your mid spine. Feeling relaxed coming out of that for me. Okay, we'll do thread the needle then as our reset pose, but we'll also do it as a mobility exercise to start with. So onto all fours. Okay, we're going to take our left arm underneath the body, touch our left shoulder down to the ground. And then we're going to come up, take the arm nice and straight, let our head follow our hand. I want you to do that 10 times on this side and then 10 times on the other side for me. So we're working on rotation of the thoracic spine now. And then when you've done 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Now, if there is a big imbalance between left and right, this can really affect running and running biomechanics. So you really want to prioritize this and fix it. The way to do that is to do a couple of sets of this, about 3 times a day, and especially before you run. Or do any kind of training session, I would just do 2 sets. And if you're doing it frequently like that, it should start to free up within a couple of weeks. But you'll need to keep going with it until it completely equals out on both sides. Okay, when you've done 10 on each side, come back to this left side for me. Take the arm through, and we're just going to hold here for 30 seconds. So you drop the shoulder right down to the ground. If you can, if you can't, don't force it. Just go to where you can. Ten more seconds for me. Then come back to the center. Let's switch sides. relaxing back to the center. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for, so we're going to have to go into relaxation. So lying on your back for me. Okay, nice and straight. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Okay, you're going to turn your head all the way to the left and then over to the right. Over to the left. Just hold here for me. Over to the right. One more time to the left. One more time to the right. Then back to the center. Close your eyes for me and relax. Open your eyes for me. Okay, stretch and reach up to the ceiling, big stretch. And bring your knees into your chest for me. And then come up to a seated position. Okay, and we're going to finish with balanced breathing. So this time you're going to breathe in through your nose for 4 and then back out through your nose for 4. Okay, let's inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that going for me. Yeah, relax. Open your eyes. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that and feel a lot better for it. So that's our last Monday night of the year. Thank you for joining me, and fingers crossed you can make it on Wednesday for the final one of the year. All right, if not, have a nice Christmas. All right, see you guys.